So, hi everyone, as you can see by the name and by the suit that I'm wearing right now, this is on my green goblin cosplay. Yeah. So, first of all, we're going to start off with the crown, and I apologise for the muffled voice, but let's get you a good look at it right now. It gives a nice profile, gives a nice intimidating profile, you know. Step back, let you see the costume all in all, you know, the scale armour and stuff. I love how the mask looks with the costume along with the cap. I have some welding goggles. So yeah guys, this is my mask. Comes off here with the cap. Then zips off down here with the zipper. It comes off like that.
So this is the Green Goblin cowl, guys. It's made with a carnival mask, similar to all the other masks that I've made, you know, the Batman 2021 sort of one, the Fleisch Ezra Miller kind of thing. But what I have done is I've just added on a mouthpiece. Okay, so let's see if I've got this right. Yeah, so you can see I've used the carnival mask front base, and then I have glued on the eyebrows, the cheekbones and the nose piece to give it just a better profile all in all. I'll show you a picture right now. So you can see guys that when I added on, so I added on here the eyebrows, it gave it a much more angrier look. It's a lot more definition. The nose is a lot more pointed, so I just maybe have to put something under here, but this actually lets airflow in, so it's good when I'm breathing. The pointed nose is a good feature. You can go for a crooked one, you know, look up some maybe goblin or troll kind of designs. Then we go down to the jaw piece. So this was all just one piece that I wrapped in green fabric. You can see from the picture, once I glued on the eyebrow and the cheek and the nose pieces, I wrapped it all in green Lycra 4-way stretch fabric. It looks like it's all one piece. Next time I might actually go out bigger with the eyebrows if I'm going to do a V2 on this, but I love how it looks. The ears really give it a good profile, you know, when you have the ears on. So pop it on like that, just comes on, you know, and you can see here it gives some air for when you're breathing, you know, the cons and stuff. I look like a squirrel, you know, you could call me Goblin Squirrel. So that just comes off like that, and I still have to add in some pieces here, you know, just coming up the jaw to connect everything together. But I wanted to show you guys first off, I have the teeth here. Everything is made from PELTEX. You can use cardboard, guys, or EVA foam to build up your features and your musculature on the face. So if you want to go for angrier eyes or a crooked nose, you know, these cheekbones were really good for the smile. So for the big smile, you'll want to emphasize the cheeks because they raise up slightly like that. Some yellow lenses that I got from a pair of sunglasses in Poundland here at a discount store in Ireland. You can go for a better, you know, a lot of people are telling me to do different eye shapes in here. These carnival masks come pre-cut, so they already have, you know, a pre-cut lens eye slat already in it. And I just use that because I don't really, I like the symmetry that it gives, but I might start altering the overall design. The ears, you can just see here, they're big and pointed. I wanted to go for sharp angles instead of maybe curved lines, because it's going to be sort of an armour mask. The inspiration that I took was sort of not really much Sam Raimi Green Goblin. It's like an armoured mask. I was looking into latex and rubber masks, and in the end I decided on this because then you can take it on and off Norman. You know, he might not be transforming into a goblin. You know, he might not just all the features, but that's what I was hoping. You can see a lot of other cosplayers out there, they do really cool makeup designs. So this is my armoured Green Goblin mask so far. I'm going to be weathering it up, dirtying the teeth up slightly, maybe adding some more in here, just building on this shape and making it much more dynamic and a lot more aggressive. So yeah, it's glued onto a 4-way stretch Lycra face mask similar to the Spider-Man. Has a zipper here coming up the back, and it fits on nice, fits around my jaw. And the cap's like, I wanted it to be like a flight cap, you know, so something maybe a flight, you know, someone who's a test pilot or a pilot would wear, you know, those strap ones that come around your chin. I wanted it to look like that and sort of dirty it up, so I have all this stitch pattern and all that. You can see I've put some cuts here. I've actually cut into the little like wing pieces here on the ears, so that the ears can actually slide into place, and it doesn't actually, you know, it doesn't resist or it doesn't restrict this whole movement of the mask. The cap can go different ways. I wanted to get that nice eyebrow, like angry eyebrow in here, you know, this M that's going on. So I wanted to get that going on within the cap, so it has a pointed edge coming down the front. I've cut it so that it looks really dirty and raggedy. Use the lighter, guys. If you're underage, get all supervision if you're using sharp tools or lighters or anything. But you can see I have burnt edges all along here. I went into every little detail just in it. The cap is some leather straps that I got from a dollar store, Poundland. I bought this. It was a dog lead, so something that you use to take your pets out. Just comes like this, but only in black. I got a brown one, I got black ones, and they just are used for the straps. To give it a better design, you can see I've put some down here for his like clips. So we're having some technical difficulties, but we'll get through it. So the cap, guys, like I said, some leather straps you can purchase. I had some metal bolts here. They look really good. You know, you want it to maybe look like as I said, a test pilot. I want it to be like a wee cap that he has on here. Pardon me. So you can see I wanted to have that nice shape coming down. I knew it was going to be in and around here for the eyes. I have the stitch pattern going on that you can see. Yeah, it looks really nice. He has these just little ear wing pieces coming down. If you want to design yours, I'm actually going to make this piece at the back go longer. So he has like a pointed hood coming down at the back like this. I'm going to actually make mine longer, a bit more stiffer, so that it sits away down here at the back like that. And you can see the ears, they just slide in there. Use your facial features, guys. Use like what you have on hand to actually design these things. Head mannequins do come in handy when making them, but if you look at Goblin, you know, just use your ear shape, where your ears are, where your eyebrows are, and sort of design around that. Make them bigger, like smaller, whatever you want. So guys, the costume is made up of purple lightweight polyester fabric, some thick, I think it's, you can see it's like a really thick rugged blanket sort of fabric. That red, it's like an orangey red. I actually saw it in my mom's work and I thought that would be perfect for what I'm going for my green goblin. So I've made like a poncho, you know, so I've just cut like a triangular shape, like a poncho going over my shoulders, and I've really dirtied the shit out of it. I've cut it up, burnt it, made really dirty edges coming across. So you can see I have some leather stitch patterns. Again, those are the leather straps that you can purchase in discount stores, Poundland here in Ireland. They are dog leads, so you know, anything used for your pets for walking your dogs. And I have black and brown ones coming along the edges. You know, just go for X's or line marks, whatever you want. And then in the middle I have like a wee PELTEX piece of armour right here. That just goes along the sides that I've burnt and cut up, made really raggedy. You can see I have some scale armour. So this is like dragon scale, or you know, you can just see it like that. It moves, I can bend in it, I can do everything with it. It's made from PELTEX, guys. You can use cardboard or EVA foam. You just start from the bottom and layer each piece on top of one another. So you can see I started here around the bottom and then went to the second row, did that, and then the third row, did that. So if you just keep layering pieces on top of one another, you can go smaller and use tinier scales to give it a bit more detail. But what I wanted was just these big broad pieces. They actually were a bit bulkier before, but I've thinned them in, designed them a bit more. You can see the suit is top heavy, so I have really intimidating shoulders right here, and then it comes along to the scale armor, and then it really thins in. I wanted that thin, you know, a thin goblin look. He's really not emaciated, but he has a bit of bone structure, he has a bit of strength, but it's sort of the armor that's given him the extra height and the extra weight. You see I have the backpack also that I made from a brown lightweight fabric. The bottom is a polyester, the top I think is a thicker blend of something, but I think this was actually used in the Krypton season 2. I'll be doing a video on that. I got to work and a chance on to work on Krypton season 2 in the costume department. I'll do a video on that soon, but this is material from that, and I used it for a green goblin satchel. I have some elasticated straps here, and again from the dog leads. Like I say, you can go to a discount store and get some cheap pet walking leads. They come with leather straps and these little ends, so you can take that off if you want, clip it in. And I just use this for a backpack. If you want to build your own backpack, this is where you pull his pumpkin bombs and stuff. You would take those out like that. I like actually making everything from the ground up. I will be doing that up a bit more. I maybe wanted to make a leather one, but I'll have to get some brown fake leather. I'm happy now with what I have, you know, his little sort of like sake satchel, if that's a word. But you can see just down into the armour and into the arms, I have green pieces in the middle in between my scale armour and my gauntlets. So the gauntlets are made, these were actually my old Godspeed gauntlets, so you can use EVA foam to make a, you know, a rough shape of your forearm. You can use a heat gun to then bend that and put a zipper here in the center. What I used was PELTEX, guys. PELTEX is used in Irish dancing dresses, and that's again what I used for the mask, but it is used for the skirts. It can be easily sourced. EVA foam or cardboard, guys, what I've usually seen people use online traditionally. I've wrapped that then in purple lightweight fabric, polyester, well, lightweight polyester fabric. You can see it's just all rugged. I've left it really just layered and layered. There's multiple layers underneath here. Again, I have the dog leads and the straps. I've tried to keep what he would use cohesive throughout the whole costume. Same on the other side, just goes in sort of like a point. It looks like Assassin's Creed. You know, you could have these for Assassin's Creed gauntlets, which I have used this for. And I love how they fit. They're a bit tight, but you want that. So guys, we got into the gauntlets. So we have the gauntlets here that you can put a zipper down in the middle. Someone just rang me, so we're having a lot of technical difficulties tonight. You can slip those off. The zipper comes off like that. And then we have a 4-way stretch Lycra glove that I've made myself. So that's 4-way stretch Lycra. Can be used, like I said, I used it for the face mask. It can be used to help fit this whole costume on. I've used it for the side pieces. I use it for Spider-Man costumes, a lot of tight fit masks. Yep, this is it so far. I wasn't going to use it for here because I do want this to be wrinkly, but if I hold that close, you can see this is made of the same sportswear from the Jason Todd Titans armor, just in green. So it has like a texture to it. It has a, you know, you can see, if I just hold that closer, you can see the texture that it has. And if it was to take pictures, it would be sort of camera ready for like a scale armor. If you wanted to do up close pictures holding a pumpkin bomb like that, you could have it, you know, just real. It's just a nice detail all in all. Textured fabric, guys, gives a lot of effect to your overall cosplay. I tried to tone mine up and down using spray paint, but what I found, if you get some screen printed fabrics, or if you get some fabrics made up with some textures already on them, it gives a lot more. It gives it just that extra emphasis on your cosplays. So we'll take off. If I stand back here, the cape, or not the cape, the sort of skirt piece and the belt. So again, this is made from the thick, I think it's a polyester blend of orangey sort of thick fabric. I've left the edges frayed, so if you want a real rugged, dirty look, you can just cut the edges and fray them up. So if you want to just keep pulling them and pulling them, just mess about with them and they'll mess up on their own. Gives a really dirty, gritty look to your costume. That just sits like that. I have a little pouch here that opens up. Maybe make some more. I want to layer all around here. I don't want to put pumpkin bombs. Maybe one or two. Have some pumpkin bombs here coming around the sides so they can just lift them off and throw them. But yeah, I will be doing a bit of a video into those in a bit more detail. The belt is made from a luggage fastener, so you can pick those up, guys, in discount stores. I got mine in Poundland. I wrapped it in some brown fabric. Luggage fasteners can be are used to fasten your luggage when you're going on holiday, to put around your suitcase. They're really good. They're really adjustable, so if you find them, you can adjust them to different sizes. I wrap mine, like I say, in black and brown fabric. I have a little piece up here just to give a bit more emphasis. It looks like another utility belt coming around. The pouch I've made myself, just like the other ones, just a piece of brown fabric sewn into a pouch. Little lid, bit of Velcro. So we have the whole suit. You can see I've continued on down with the stitch pattern. I've went full hog all over the suit, so you can just see all down here. I have some armor pieces that I'll show you when I take off the poncho pieces, but it continues all the way up there, sort of follows down. I wanted to look unified. I've actually cut some pieces and then glued them back together with the leather pieces. I've burnt holes into it. Again, please, if you are young enough, get some adult supervision. Don't do this on your own if you're going to. So these pieces just slide off like that. If I can find the latch. There we go. I have some elasticated straps to clip on around there. If I lift that up, you can see I've put some purple fabric on the end of the scale armour so that it blends in well. When I throw that over, it just looks like it's part of it. You know, guys, so that's another thing. If you have separate pieces and you want them to look like they're one, just continue it on, sort of. I have some purple fold around like that. So yeah, it's pretty trick. There we go. Pretty neat, pretty trick. Comes around with some elasticated straps here. You can see there. So again, you would just start at the bottom with the layer and then keep putting them on top of one another, and they would just layer on top and give it different, like a dragon scale effect. Then it's just a simple green sleeve that I have right here. And this is just two sides of the Sportswear fabric that I've sewn together. So guys, if you made it this far, this is also the Goblin Boots. So I've actually just made some boots to go along with the Green Goblin cosplay. I have some shoes on the inside. They're just basically essentially glorified socks that I've made. So you just cut the shape of your leg coming down. You would then, you know, just basically make a cover for the shoe. It's just one giant big sock essentially. Make sure you have enough room to fit your shoe into. I left an opening here at the back so that I could just insert the shoe, glue it back up. We have a zipper here in the back of both boots, so you can just see here. Zip down like that, zip back up, and I've added on just these extra pieces of fabric, these little fold over pieces right here, and they sit on the top and they look a bit jestery. You know, they are something that like a goblin would wear. They're sort of inspired by the animated series. They're pointed also, so I just left, you know, a piece of extra fabric. Cuts off there, you can see for the shoe, but I've left a piece of extra fabric when I was sewing it in, and then they look like little pointed shoes like that. So if I do go to a con, and then I've added on just a little piece right here at PELTEX to give it an extra design. I will be maybe doing these up a bit more, but if I was going to a cosplay or going to a con, I could wear these to it and they would be cool as hell. I love how they look. They feel really comfy. They do make me feel like a sort of jester, like a clown, and they go really good with. They actually give the costume that last feature that it needs. You know, I've always been inspired by the animated series. So yeah, that's the boots, guys. Thanks. So yeah, guys, that was the boots. Yeah, so we then go to the skirt piece that I have. The boots are one of my favorite parts, that you can see. So we have this little skirt piece that again is made from the orangey red fabric. It wraps around. I actually wanted to make a hobgoblin with this. So this sort of the fabric, I might still make a hobgoblin, you know, with the poncho and the hood and stuff. If I get a yellow troll mask kind of thing. But that just clips around my waist like that. So we have just the bare bones. Take off the two ponchos. If you can see, I'll actually take off the first one like that. So we just have that purple layer. Comes around like that. Originally I did have a hood glued on here. I had a hood to throw over my head. Didn't look good, I didn't like it, so I took it off, and that's the first layer. And then we have the second layer of like the poncho that comes around. You can see I just have some cut and frayed edges. Comes up right here, lifts off like that. And then we have the undersuit. So this is just the undersuit that I have. I was going to go originally with this, and then I decided, do you want what, I'm going to layer it up. Do what Green Goblin would have the things that he would sort of have, so he would layer all this fabric, raggedy, dirty things on him, and that's what I did. I did all this work not for nothing, because if I do want to do some detailed shots, or I do want to take away from the ponchos, there's still this layer of fabric and armour right here that I can build on top of. But this is how it looks with that, and we'll just take this piece off, if this can slide off my arm. I look like Aquaman actually, look. It's Aquaman. I have his like shoulder piece right here. I don't have it over here, but I just had a trident. Aquaman, Goblin Man, whatever you want. Come off. So we have that there. It's really tight, guys. You really want to watch how tight you're going to go with your cosplays. You know, I'm here to help show you, and this is, when you do it too tight, elastic can really be a bitch. It can cut off circulation. You can really get very warm very quick. Really frustrated very quick. That's what I've been doing all day. I've been really frustrated. So thank you for sticking with me. I had this satchel piece going around the shoulder like that. You know, originally you can see where my inspiration was coming from with this. I had this coming around, but I opted out. It looks so much better afterwards. Had these pieces coming up for the shoulders, you know, I wanted that spiky, like sort of this thing, come up like that. And so sort of like spikes just coming out of shoulders, so we had that intimidating, you know, like this. If you walk like that, your shoulders look pointed. But then I opted out for the ponchos, and they do give the ponchos that extra lift. They do give those pieces of fabric that sit over your shoulders that extra lift up. So we go to here, unclip it there. You can see I just have some straps. I have some leather, just swatches of leather, pieces of leather glued on here, here, here. I didn't plan on anything. It's not a design of anything. I just went right random. Let's go random, because Green Goblin doesn't have to be symmetrical, but you can just see I have pieces of Velcro here. Clip on there. I fold off. I'm gonna opt out for a zip. The zip's just gonna zip up right here. Stand back. That comes off there like that. Ta-da! And that's the jacket. So the jacket comes off. There's a lot of pieces and a lot of layers to this. I feel like an onion. It feels so good to get that off. I've been wearing it for 2 hours. That comes off like that. So then we have the green pant, or the green trousers. So I have some green sportswear fabric, breathable, some breathable sportswear fabric. Getting tongue twisted, guys. You can pick this up online, guys, or in certain fabric shops. I got this out of the Paragon Fabrics here in Ireland. And yeah, it gives a really nice texture. I was originally going to use these for Jason Todd. These were going to be my Robin pants, or my Robin trousers. I just thought, no, black is better, and then I thought these could be good for Green Goblin. So yeah, guys, they go good with the boots. You can see they do look okay. I do have to tighten them in, so I take them in like that. They'll go very well with the Green Goblin cosplay. They're just for an undertone, you know, if the whole coat does come down. So it comes down to around the, let's see, measures up to around there, so you really wouldn't see my trousers, but if I do lift it up, there would be green underneath. So yeah, that's just a wee small detail that I thought, yeah, green trousers, everything sorted now. I remember when I used to do videos and like, I don't have a belt, I don't have this underneath, but it's okay. Now I'm like, shit, I have all this stuff underneath and I can't even show it. So guys, that is my Green Goblin cosplay. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be in the costume next, and I have a lot of texts and calls coming through and like things coming up on the camera. So thank you. Here is me talking in the costume. You have been amazing.
So guys, thank you so much for watching. This is the end of the video. You have been amazing if you've made it this far. This is me in my Green Goblin cosplay. Sorry for the muffled voice, but yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know down below what you think. Please subscribe and comment, and as always, let your geek speak. I'm John Hay, trying to be Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin. Bye guys, see you in the next video.